Now, I'm going to show you a technique of persuasion because I'm going to show you a formula for change. And your responsibility is to ensure that your marketing and selling incorporates this formula because this formula is extremely powerful. The first thing that says is that if I want to change a person, and selling is about change, is the first thing I have to do in the formula is I have to make them dissatisfied. Does that make sense? Socrates said it this way: the only time we change is when the pain of where we're at is greater than the pain of change. Alright? That's human behaviour. Alright? We focus on pleasure and we try to avoid pain. Now, fundamentally, this is the key. The reason that eagles and peacocks are easy to sell to is because they're already dissatisfied. A peacock's always dissatisfied because they always want more. Because they're the ultimate consumers. They shop to their drop because they associate buying toys with life. The reason that an eagle is dissatisfied is because they're an inquiry. They're always dissatisfied because they don't really like shopping. So they're doing it as a task, not as a joy. Do I have to? That's why they get in and out really quickly because they don't want to waste time. They want to do other stuff. But here's the key. You've got to actually make owls and doves dissatisfied. Now, I'm going to give you a simple technique. You know how I can potentially make people dissatisfied in a sales? You have to know how to ask questions. You know why I'm asking questions? Not only to establish rapport, not only to eliminate the competition, not only to show people that I care, not only to actually show them that people like answering questions, but fundamentally a principle of persuasion, and I'm just being totally frank here, is that I'm trying to find your bruise. And you know what I do when I find your bruise? If I'm really good, I make it bleed. Right? I go and I hit that bruise 3 or 4 times so you go, ouch. This is not manipulation. This is predominantly I'm finding where it hurts and I'm going deeper on that level. Very easy to do. So as a business coach, which I used to be, I would say to a business owner, I would try to find where their areas of pain were. And there were predominantly 4 areas as a business. Lack of cash flow, time, profit, or team. Now let's just say I found out they were working 90 hours a week. I'm figuring that's their pain. Now here's what I would do. I wouldn't go off that pain. I would say, hey Dale, just out of interest, I know you're working 90 hours a week. Are you married? And Dale goes, yeah. How many kids you got? He goes, 2. I got 1 on the way. So, well, you know, just out of interest, what does your wife think about you working 90 hours a week? And Dale goes, mate, don't want to go there, mate. We have constant fights about this. And now, I'm actually highlighting Dale's pain to him. I'm not exaggerating it, but I am highlighting. I'm pushing it back to him. And I say to him, Dale, this might be the last bit. Do you reckon you could sustain that in 5 years' time, or do you think you'd be divorced? And Dale now goes, thanks. How can you help me, Tony? You don't even have to sell. They will come to you because they don't know that I don't know. And after they've spoken to you, they now know that they don't know. It's your ability to ask deep, meaningful questions. And when you find the bruise, you actually start to go down to their heart. Oh, yes, I know what you're saying. I can't do that. Bullshit. Because every marketeer does it to you. Every marketing company that's worth its salt in gold makes you miserable with the shit you've got so you continue to buy stuff you don't really need. I'm a marketeer. I used to love this. I used to crave and pray to Intel to bring out a new processor so I could tell all the other people, you bought the wrong processor, buy a new one. All right? We actually know Coke is not it. Coke doesn't put you on a beach. Okay, it doesn't make your life carefree. Okay, it doesn't say, I will never have a problem in the world. You do know that when you're actually the greatest time to buy exercise equipment and gym memberships and weight loss is January. Because they do know that everyone's New Year's resolution is to do what? Lose weight. So in 14 days they realise that you haven't done anything, so they slam you with an advertorial at 2 o'clock in the morning to highlight the pain of you not doing that. Okay, and they're saying, you fat pig, when are you ever going to do this? Okay, and then they stimulate you into action, and then this is what they do next. Once I've made you dissatisfied, you can't leave people dissatisfied. That's cruel. Imagine going to a meeting and to make him dissatisfied and say, I can't help you. You can't do that. You've got to do the next bit. You've actually got to provide them vision of what your product will do. You sell the dream. I'm telling you the truth here. I'm uncovering everything. You go, man, that's what they've been doing to me. Yeah. I want you to be wise. Now, what's the dream? Anything you want it to be. And what do? Have you seen the exercise ads? Your body is transformed. You can see the abs changing on your body just by using this one machine that promises that you won't even sweat. And you go, man. And of course they give you testimonials. They call social proof. And they might give you celebrity testimonials because you could be a peacock and peacocks love celebrities. And you go, wow. What do? They provide the vision. You have to cast a dream. Tell people how your product and service is going to help their life and their business. You are a dream caster. Casting consistently. That's the vision. So I've made you dissatisfied. Then I provide the vision of what my product or service will do. Your vision is also the images you associate with the product. Example, we did some work with a pool company. Guess what the images were? Number one image, we said, you've got to actually put a hot couple in a spa. What am I saying? If you want more sex, buy a spa. Then I said, next shot. Okay, we said, what I want is I want a family, and I want them to be, let's go white Anglo-Saxon. Okay, let's make sure they're around about 40, 41, but really fit looking, and they've got 3 children. And they're actually playing volleyball in the pool. That's the next shot, I said. And what was that shot? Well, I'm saying if your family is dysfunctional, get a pool. It's like the answer to every problem. It's like, just get a pool. So spend $20,000. If your kids are on the street and you don't know where they are, get a pool. Because look, this is what your family could look like. And here's the last shot they would do. I said, last shot. This is what I want. I want all their friends around the side of the pool. And I'm going to put a barbecue there. And I'm going to have little lamps. And there's going to be about 40 people. What am I saying? Even if you're a social outcast, you've got no friends in the world, get a pool. They love you. My God. Did they sell some pearls? Because what did we do? We promoted the image of what the product would do in the person's life. We sold the dream. Understand that's why your marketing has to actually sell the dream. Does it make sense?